Yeah. London streets ain't no joke. Cobblestones crack, red buses.
Okay, so are you ready to jump into a deep dive with me?
Always.
All right, so we're going to be looking at London today.
London.
But not the London, the postcard London.
Right, right.
This is a different London.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be a London through the eyes of a song
Okay, cool.
called Welcome to London, Bruv. And this song is, I found it really interesting.
Yeah.
It paints London as kind of
It's raw.
it's definitely raw.
And real plays.
Yeah.
A little bit gritty.
It doesn't shy away from some of the
Yeah.
grittier elements
No, it doesn't at all.
of London life.
I mean, right out of the gate, it's like,
Yeah.
you think about London.
Yeah.
You think about the red double-decker buses.
Yeah, the icons, right?
Yeah.
The cobblestone streets.
The cobblestone streets and
Yeah.
Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Right, all that.
Yeah.
The London Eye, maybe.
Yes. Definitely the eye.
But then it's like, bam.
Yeah.
It hits you with this line, skyline looking stacked. Yeah, and I think that's really what's interesting about this song.
Yeah.
It's that juxtaposition between those really iconic images that we have of London and maybe some of the more,
Yeah.
some of the kind of
In realities of the city.
of living there.
Yeah.
The things that tourists don't necessarily see.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So I think that's what makes this song so compelling.
I think so too.
And really kind of gives you a sense of what it's like to actually be there.
Yeah, I think so. And this song, it really focuses on this idea of London life.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not just about the landmarks. It's
Right.
like, okay, so you're in London, you're living there.
Right.
What are you doing? What are you experiencing?
Yeah, yeah.
And there's this great line in there. It says, chips and curry on the corner.
Yeah.
Instead of like having,
High tea.
IT. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And it's like, that's kind of funny, right?
Yeah.
Because
like fish and chips. That's
Yeah.
kind of the class.
like everyone thinks of.
But it's this idea of like getting it,
Yeah.
quick on the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's just everyday life.
Yeah.
And then it talks about, riding the tube,
Yes, of course.
being sweaty in the underground.
Uh-huh.
What do you think the songwriter is trying to convey with that?
Well, I think,
Check it out.
anyone who's been on the tube,
Yeah.
especially at rush hour or, during a heat wave,
Yep.
it can get pretty
Oh my gosh.
intense down there.
It's like,
Hot
it's crowded.
and crowded.
The air is thick.
Yeah, it's like you're in this.
It's an experience.
Yeah, exactly. It's an experience.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, I'm just going to hop on the subway and go 2 stops.
Right. Exactly.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
But I mean, it's the lifeblood of the city.
It is.
It's how everyone gets around.
Millions of people.
Millions of people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Use it every day.
Every day.
So it's a vital part of
Yeah.
London's infrastructure.
Absolutely.
But it's also, it has its downsides.
Yeah.
And I think that line, sweaty in the underground,
Yeah.
really captures that
It really does.
that sense of like,
Yeah.
this is real life.
Yeah.
This is not glamorous.
Right.
This is what it's like to live in a city
Yeah.
like London.
It's not all, afternoon tea and
Exactly.
wearing some palaces.
Exactly. It's the everyday grind
yeah,
as well.
absolutely. And speaking of that everyday grind,
Yeah.
the song also touches on this kind of grittier side of London.
Uh-huh.
So there's this line, it says,
It doesn't
coppers on patrol.
It doesn't shy away from some of the
Yeah.
more difficult aspects.
Watch your back, avoid the trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
And it even mentions knife crime.
Right, it says knife flick out.
Yeah, knife flick out.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so that's
which, obviously that's
that's real.
a very serious issue.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to acknowledge that, every city has its challenges.
Yeah.
Right? London is no exception, of course. And,
Yeah.
there are socioeconomic factors that contribute to these issues.
Yeah.
And I think the song
You
is,
have to have the picture.
it's acknowledging
Yeah.
that that's a reality.
Yeah, it's not sugarcoating anything.
It's not sugarcoating it. It's not glorifying it,
Right.
but it's saying this is part of the city.
Yeah,
This is part of the fabric of London.
absolutely.
And I think that's important to
I think so too.
recognize.
And then it goes on and it does this really interesting thing
Yeah.
where it kind of contrasts that grittier side
Yes.
with this like really vibrant art and culture scene.
Uh-huh.
So it mentions Buckingham bling,
Right.
which I thought was really funny.
Well, yeah, because you have Buckingham Palace. Right.
Which is, a symbol
Yeah.
of tradition and monarchy.
Of course.
And it's this very grand,
Yeah, it's very
imposing building.
Yeah.
And then you have this line about graffiti on the walls, urban art scene.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's
That's the other side of London.
yeah.
It's this
And
incredible
the street art
tree art.
is incredible in London.
It is. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. Think about
Think about Banksy,
yeah.
for example.
Yeah.
He started out in Bristol.
Yeah.
But his work is now
All over the world.
synonymous with,
Yeah.
street art.
And urban art.
Absolutely. And London has just this incredible mix of that
Yeah.
high culture and street level creativity.
Yeah. It's
Like-
and I think
It's almost like this tension between these two.
it is,
But-
but then they kind of,
It's a tension, but it's also
yeah.
a beautiful harmony.
Yeah, they coexist.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it works.
They do. They coexist.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the song, it kind of moves away from just those two distinct areas.
Right.
And it talks about different neighborhoods in London.
Uh-huh.
And it says, from Soho to Brixton vibes so keen.
Yeah.
So I'm not from London.
Right.
I've never been to London.
Yeah.
But I know a little bit about those neighborhoods.
Let me unpack that for you.
Yeah.
So Soho is known for,
It's very nightlife-y.
yes, it's theaters.
Yeah.
It's nightlife.
Okay.
It's got a kind of edgy bohemian atmosphere.
Okay.
It's
So if I were to,
kind of a place to see and be seen.
okay, so a tourist would probably,
Tours
oh
definitely
yeah.
go there.
Okay.
And then you have Brixton,
Right.
which is a completely different vibe.
Okay.
Brixton has this amazing energy.
Okay.
It's got a really strong Caribbean community.
Okay. So more local.
Yeah.
It's more of a local vibe.
But also,
Very vibrant music scene.
okay. Just,
Lots of markets, bustling markets.
okay.
So it's
So
it's a very different energy
different.
from Soho,
Yeah.
but both equally as
Important
yeah
to the
But
fabric of London.
the fabric of London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the song is really trying to show us this.
Yeah. It's saying
Hey.
diverse.
Come, experience
Yeah.
the diversity of London.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
the historic to the modern.
Absolutely.
From the posh
Yes.
to the gritty.
Yeah. And then there's this line. And it keeps popping up in the song. And I got to know what you think about it.
Okay.
Welcome to London, bruv.
Welcome to London, bro.
Oh, what is that? What does that mean?
Well,
Is he being genuine?
I think it's layered.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely a sense of invitation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's saying, come and see what London is all about.
But I also think there's this hint of caution.
Okay.
Be ready.
Yeah.
This city has its own rhythm, its
Yeah.
own challenges.
Yeah.
So it's not
It's not all sunshine and roses.
all sunshine and roses.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's if you can handle it,
yeah, if you can handle it,
it's amazing.
you're going to have an amazing time. But be prepared.
Be prepared, yeah.
to kind of,
To be like, wow,
yeah.
this is
This is a lot.
a lot.
This is a lot to take
yeah,
in.
yeah, exactly.
So I kind of feel like this song,
I think in a way,
it's not just about London.
it's about any city
Yeah.
that has that unique blend
Oh,
of
it is.
history and culture
And grit.
and urban grit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Exactly.
it's about the complexities of city life,
Yeah.
the beauty and the challenges
Yeah.
that exist side by side.
Side by side. Yeah,
I like that.
absolutely. So I think that's it for our deep dive today.
But before you go, I want to leave you with something to think about.
Okay.
So if you were to write a song about your city,
Mm,
what would it sound like?
that's a good question.
What images would you use?
Yeah.
What experiences would you talk about?
What would be the vibe
Yeah, what would be the vibe
of your city?
of your city? Yeah. So think about that.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep diving deep.
Keep diving.
All right, bye.
Mind the road, don't end up a headline me. Welcome to London, bruv. Keep your head up, mind the shove. Fog and rain, life's a scuffle. Watch your back, avoid the trouble.